Hello there. It's Friday. The weekend starts here. So happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. I'm sat out here in the sunshine. It's a bit different to yesterday. Well, the weather forecast for yesterday was the weather that we're getting today. So it just proves that you just cannot forecast the weather. Not accurately, anyway. You can make some guesstimates. I don't know if any of you have seen the weather maps of the old days where they used to show you pinpoints. Well, every pinpoint on that weather map used to be a ship giving you a weather update. So you would know for at the time that they said it was, a ship had given the weather data for that particular zone at sea. So you would know exactly at that point what the temperature was, whether it was raining and what the wind speed was. And a lot of ships do this all the way across the oceans, the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian Ocean, everywhere around the world. Ships normally give up weather data so that the place like the Met Office can update their weather maps, so you can see what's coming. Obviously, if you're out in the Atlantic Ocean, you'll know that if the wind's blowing towards the UK, you'll know what wind speed it is at that point out at sea. So you know that in a few hours' time we will get that weather here. I know when I'm down at Lowestoft and I talk to Sarah, if the wind's blowing up north, she gets it a few hours later. So it's the weather is kind of predictable, but not 100%. Yeah. So anyway, it's a glorious day. It really is warm. I don't know why I've got my jumper on out here today, but considering what it was like yesterday, it was absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know what we're going to do. Oh yeah, I've got a delivery coming. I've got some slug pellets to try and sort out the slug pest that we've got. Say this little tiny flower bed that we've made from the dog's bed was we did have some rather nice plants in there, but they've been absolutely ravaged by the slugs. And what I have seen is some copper tape. I suppose I could put that round the edge. Apparently slugs don't like copper. As we've hello, I've got a house sparrow, or is it a dunnet? Oh, I don't know. It could be one or two. I think it's a house sparrow. I think a dunnet's got a very small beak, hasn't it? But very similar colourings to a house sparrow. Yeah, it's yeah. I saw a flock of starlings go over the other day, and I haven't seen that many starlings for absolute age. Apart from that time I was up at Liverpool, where they were all roosting in one of the yards, the sheds in at the docks in Liverpool. Yeah, it will be nice to see the starling. Although people say they're a bit of a pest, but they are. If they come into your garden when there's a whole flock of them, I suppose they could eat all the food that you put out for the other birds. But yeah, starlings are quite colourful birds, aren't they? Really, when you get close up to them, when you're looking at them from a distance, they're quite dull and brown. But when you get close up, I managed to get a picture of them a year ago, I think it was, a real close-up photo, and they really are brightly coloured birds when they're close up. I can hear a robin. I think it's a robin, or it might be a wren. I don't know. I'll have to get some recordings done on what birds sound like in the garden. Now that we haven't got the dog anymore, I suppose the birds will come back into the garden. Not that the dog chased the big birds. He would chase the pigeons because they were quite big birds, really. But he would chase them away when they came into the garden, but not the sparrows and the blackbirds. He would tend to leave them alone. Yeah. Anyway, so what else is happening Friday? Yep, gonna have a gin and tonic tonight and a beer. Yeah, I've earned that. I'm gonna try and get some relaxation. Sarah's off Saturday, so maybe Sarah will have a beer with me as well as she winds down for for the weekends. He is working Sunday, unfortunately. But yeah, so yeah. What else? What else is there? Let me think now. There's not a lot else really. We've got a few plants to look. That we were talking. Sarah was talking to one of her colleagues at work, who gave us some plants that might go in our garden. He's local as well, so he suffers from the same. We've got 8 inches of soil, followed by a layer of clay. So during the winter time, our garden is an absolute bog. The ground is so wet. And then during the summertime, because the soil is so shallow, that dries out like a desert. And everything dies because it can't get enough moisture. It's really is terrible. That's why we've got pots. We've got lots of pots. And we do need to go out and sort these pots out. At the moment, in our front garden, we've actually got lavender growing in the soil, but we've got pots. We've got roses. We've got lavender. We've got two types of lavender actually. We've got some heather growing in a pot. We've got a shrub, and I've got some alliums over there. Some real big alliums growing. So when they flower, I'll get some pictures of those. They're nice bright purple colours, and I do like yellow flowers. I don't seem to have many yellow flowers in the garden anymore. They seem to all wither and die. But we do have that big bush over there, that Sharon thing that I can never remember the name of. People have told me dozens of times, and I still forget what it's called. But yeah, but we've got a few pansies come out, and the fly trap seems to be doing okay. I did think that the sundews had died, but they seem to be showing a little bit of green. So I'm going to get on and water those in a minute. And anyway, so I better cut this off before we go into the 8 minutes, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a good weekend. Drink too much, eat too much, have a good time, but don't blame me. See you then. Bye then.